Hey guys, we are here today at the Estates at Lone Mountain. I'm with the developer, Chris Templeton, with Templeton Development. We're going to be taking a tour of two of the newest homes coming to market here in about the next, what, Chris, 30, 60 days?
Yeah, 35 days.
35 days, man. We're 35 days out. So, guys, just to give you a little breakdown on where we are at as far as the community, we're 12 minutes from downtown Summerlin, just across the street from the Lone Mountain Park, which is the third largest regional park, you said?
Yeah, the third and only regional park in all of Clark County.
It's awesome. So great amenities there, everything from a great dog park, pickleball courts, anything you can think of. And the great thing is you're just like 2 blocks away from the 215. So let's go inside and check these out.
Come on.
All right.
So we brought in the 2 DAC foliferas in the front, 2 more in the back, and again, we have 46-inch box med palms that we're bringing in.
And this is lot 5, your plan 3.
Yep. And so this was the standard plan. So if people want to understand the difference with the options, those houses with the pop-off 4-car garage was one of the options to fit those knuckle lots. So again, each elevation is different. Even though these back 3 houses are the exact same plan, not one of them's alike.
Yeah.
You'll notice we'll clad different areas, we'll add different materials, we'll do different landscaping, different paint schemes, not one's alike. This is really cool that we want to highlight. You're going to come in here. This one has the largest front yard courtyard.
Yeah,
so,
I love this with the courtyard.
Yeah, so you'll get buzzed in here by a gate. You have a speaker in your lighting that basically kind of invites you in. We're going to have a water feature here, and this is the start to see that stone that took us 5 months to get in from the Philippines.
The thing I want to point out too that I think you did, Chris, which I think is really cool, is adding these skylights in.
Yeah, the louver. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so this house is going to be louvered. So same thing here. We're going to come in with big metal beams that will be louvers that go through here
okay.
for the front and the back. Now on the other 2 plans, we left them open. This plan being mostly white and not having that dark metal roof that we did on the other 2, we're going to bring it in with just a touch of it there. And so this house has that extended large deck. It's just a totally different version of these plans.
Very cool.
It'll be very lush in here. Obviously, we're dropping in 15-gallon buckets all around. We'll have trees in here, and the water feature, the Jerusalem stone, it's going to be a great combination.
So you'll have a water feature out here as well?
Yes, sir.
Very cool.
So obviously, you know the plan, so we're walking into the office. Access to the courtyard, which I like. You're not having to bring people all the way through your home. So same thing, something we did differently here. I don't think all of our lights are on, but with these, we're doing a 15-inch backsplash of granite. We waterfall that down into an integrated sink. So it's all one material. And then the Jerusalem stone carries itself through this house. So that's the theme of this house. Same thing, we can take you over to the bar. They just finished this the other day. And so it's just, we call this warm modern. Our cabinets are brown, our flooring is hardwood, and we have, again, just this natural stone, and we have this quartzite countertops that go throughout, and I just think it's very inviting.
Yeah.
We were able to perfectly match in an R11 finish. For those who don't know, that's an anti-slip finish. We run that around our pools or in our outdoor areas. So when these sliders are open and you lift up the paper, you'll hardly notice the difference between our natural wood floor transferring to an R11 tile. Out there you'll have our planter boxes, a fire pit, and obviously your pool and your outdoor features. It's going to be really, really nice.
It has a really organic feel to it.
Yeah, and so check this out. We were super excited to find this. So Trevor and I, it's obviously dirty, but you'll see this in lot 4 cleaned up. We loved this basically not leathered, but textured granite slab, and we take it over into this quartzite. And I just think this and the combination of where kitchens are going, you know, a little darker in these modern homes,
yep.
where we're floating our shelves, we still have our lighting, full quartzite backsplash. The mix and combination between basically the matte black, the matte quartzite, and the brown countertops, we thought was a great feel.
Yeah, I like how this ties in with the brown veining that you have in there and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, we think it's great. So same thing. When the theme continues, we try to do it consistent. If I do one fireplace one way, I want them to be the same way throughout the house. I don't want things to be hodgepodge. So same thing, you're seeing our natural, this is the 3/4 chiseled, And then when we go into the backyard, you're gonna see the larger version. That's an actual 1-inch chisel.
Oh, okay.
So on our exterior features, we went with the larger, and we can show the difference. But again, when we saw this stuff, we fell in love with it, and we think it's gonna really, really bring this house to life when we bring the paper up, the soft hardwood floors, and these natural materials.
You did a really good job matching to the interior floor with that exterior tile.
And even the same width, so we try to get the same graining pattern.
Yeah.
It's always the little things. And then, so same thing, we put that same flooring up there. I am such an old school component of wanting a dining room that you actually feel like you're gonna have conversations in. A lot of these new open floor plans, they just shove a dining room right in the middle, and oh yeah, you know, there's every house I've ever walked like that, they just don't feel right. So I like to feel like it's a dining room that you're gonna sit around Thanksgiving and Christmas and you're really gonna have conversation pieces.
I love it.
So you have your speakers in here, you have your beautiful light piece, and with every home I try, if I can, to walk in the front door, I don't wanna see where you're living, but I wanna try to see water and fire all in one shot.
Okay.
And so that's what we've accomplished with these Plan 3s. Also did obviously with Plan 1. So you're coming to the front door, you go through that magical courtyard, you get hit with sound all the way out there from the street, you pass a water feature, 9-foot pivot, you look in, you're waiting, fire's roaring, the pool's running, it's a great feel. So this one we did a little different where we kept moving the pools around. This one I thought it was cool to bring the spa up close, right off the master.
I like that.
At night you could crack that and kind of hear it flowing over, it's a 360 spa. Also, again, the white 1x1 tiles on this one, I think match this house. As you know, each house, each spec, each pool surround, we change everything for every home. So this one was kind of neat to get it in closer to the master. Again, you can see our hardwood. I can't wait till they rip this up and we tour it again.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a beautiful natural flow to outside. So a lot of the same features, but in this one, as you'll notice, is we expanded our outdoor courtyard areas. We added a gate for access so they can be used as a wash off or a pool shower or something like that. So you get done with the pool, you come around, you wash off. So you have this great outdoor oasis, this big window that makes it part of the interior of your primary bathroom, but also it's usable really as an outdoor shower or a wash off from the pool. And then over here, one of my favorite materials, which we're gonna be using in some future homes because they just came out with a honed version of it. But here we have Taj Mahal, everyone knows it, it's beautiful. So being more modern, the Taj Mahal mixed in with our light cabinets, and then we just hit the whole back wall of the shower and the tub.
Yeah.
And we book matched it all the way up into the windows, and it just gives you basically a great wall. You're looking this way and your whole backdrop is the Taj Mahal. So this really is that warm modern. I think it really sets, to me, the tone of more of what you're seeing in some of the more chic houses or something that like Lux and those other guys would do. So also Darin over here, same thing. This is an area that a lot of builders would cut. It's a niche, but same thing. We brought in that stone. We brought in our shelves. We make sure that every little nook and cranny, we're really trying to go over. We have LED lighting that's underneath this. Again, it's just a niche, but I think it'll make you feel special when you live this house.
I agree.
Yeah, our double frame reverse soffit ceiling here. You can see the ties, all of our LED lights will be up there, same thing. A lot of easy area to not splash wood up there, but I thought what a great plan to bring in some organic element as we transfer out.
It really warms it up too.
You guys wanna go upstairs?
Yeah.
So same thing, as a spec builder, you have to pick and choose what we're doing. Not only are we fully pre-wiring every house, but we're installing the speakers and we're creating that setting from the get. So it's not like, hey, here's your landscape, bring your guys back out, have them wire it in. You'll come up here, this thing will have full 7.1 as well as that multi-gen, and this one has that extended balcony and it is just amazing. But you can't help but, whether it's a game room or a movie room or a loft for the kids, the views are absolutely amazing out here. So this is a good show off of what the new, more modern secondaries are gonna be like. Again, things are gonna be more neutrals, more browns. We brought in those 2x2 hand-formed clay tiles that everybody's really into. We ran our aqua turf flooring, regular tile into the shower pan as an R11 and up the back wall. I think it's a good representation of warm modern versus kind of the larger format 2x4 tiles and kind of more, I call them more of a stale modern look. I really like the warm modern style. And then the deck that you can't miss. You've got 2 sliders to choose from. And you really could just do everything out here. And then, again, just to go a little bit further, figure out something fun, we incorporated a planter bed right here.
Okay.
So you can have some greenery. It's fully plumbed. It's got its own timer. It's got its own drains. It's great to be able to have something up here that you can plant. Bring in some green.
Hey, Chris, while we're standing up here, something we touched on yesterday that you were asking me if you should talk about in the newspaper, and I think since we're here, we should probably get this clip, but tell us a little bit about the temple and selling the land to them and everything, and,
Sure.
and you know, the thought process that went into it, and how you felt overall was not going to hurt the value, but actually help the values of the community.
Yeah, so originally we had 60 acres. As I told you, we assembled all of it. I guess going back almost 3 years now, we put in, almost 4 years, we put in an application to do more custom homes on it. We met some neighborhood feedback, which was resistant. I promised $2 million plus homes. Okay, so we had 18 maps going at the time, very busy. I decided to withdraw the application, no big deal, I'll revisit it further. We were obviously reached out to by the church. I worked with them hard for a year just to get through the NDA process. As licensed realtors, and we all have to disclose this, I have to disclose all material relevant facts. I'm selling homes, I'm selling lots. They wanted non-disclosure about that. I had to tell my buyers it was a temple. So once we got through the paperwork, you know, Ken and I had to really think about, is this going to be beneficial or not for our overall community? I'm going to have a lot out here, and I'm spec building every one of these houses. This is our capital, our cash. So we have to decide, is this really good for us? I went back to 10 different states with the last 10 temples built, and I went from whether it's Google Earth or comps and contacted realtors. I looked at the development and the growth before and after, and I looked at the values before and after. That said it all for me. The growth came after, the values went up, and they really did not have any adverse impact on the neighborhoods. That was the most important thing to me is, am I doing something that's wrong for the area?
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about the view. That temple is on 20 acres. I made them buy all 20. They wanted only the top 10. I said it's all or nothing. So they took the 20 and they're setting it all the way in the middle, which top of Grand Canyon to bottom of Teepee, I think is somewhere in the neighborhood of a 45-foot drop.
Okay.
Of topo.
Okay.
So that thing really is going to sit down
Slopes
further,
down.
and it's going to sit back hundreds of feet from the street. So again, these guys right here, they're not going to see it at all. They'll just see the teeples that rise up at the top.
Yeah.
Overall, you know, I didn't realize how big the community was, and honestly how nice. After the sale and people became aware that it was us, I can't tell you how many amazing people reached out to me from the church, just saying thank you, talking about it, talking about the area. I didn't realize how great that community was.
Yeah.
I overall see it as a huge benefit, not only to our area, honestly to the whole Northwest.
Yeah.
They are incredible, multi-million dollar buildings that are pristinely kept. You will not go see one temple that has anything of dying trees, grass, mismaintenance, etc. They are pristine. These are their place of worship, the highest level, and they're meticulous. I want that meticulous $80 million building there. I think it reduces crime. I think it brings in a great energy overall. I think it's a positive thing.
Yeah, I agree.
We wouldn't have banked. We didn't need to do the sale or the cash. We overall thought this is going to be something good for the area.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's great to know.
All right. So this is lot 4. So this is a spitting image of lot 6, but you can see the total difference. That with the refined industrial and this with the warm modern. And so we really embrace that both outside and inside. Again, we can pick and choose. We could easily have done that exterior with the warm modern interior. But this one, we wanted people to see a different version than lot 5 next door, which has the hardwood floors. So here you'll see we went with a 2x4 tile floor. We went with our E-stone on the outside. Still warm modern, but excited to show you guys the differences because the two houses are not alike. You got your 9-foot pivot. And then you should take a look at this powder because we think it's great.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So when I can, I love to put in a
My
stem
biggest
wall.
pet peeve in the
You know
world.
what I mean? Like you open up a bathroom door and hey, okay.
Yeah.
So I love creating the stem wall, and then even more, let's tile it. And then look how we got the tile to almost perfectly match the cabinets.
Yeah.
To me, it really is those little things that that like get me excited at this point. And then again, I just think it's really cool because we have this incredible island design. We have this bar top here.
This is beautiful. Now it's all cleaned up.
There's a lot of intricate cuts and stuff in designing this, but instead of...
And is this porcelain or granite? Or?
This is going to be porcelain.
Porcelain,
and this is Calcutta Gold. Yeah, this is the Calcutta Gold Luxe. And we thought that this was great to bring in here and there. So the other house, the major theme of the slabs would basically be that quartzite, and the major theme here would be Calcutta Gold.
Okay.
And we thought the Calcutta Gold tied in with a few gold fixtures, the E stone. We ran this same flooring in a 2x4, obviously out here, and we ran it in an R11 out there. So now it's anti-slip for when you get out of the pool or the kids are running around. So again, we really try to maximize the use of those materials where you're not seeing a big change. And we do that in our shower pans as well. We'll take the same, we'll run in there, and most people aren't aware of that. They end up doing those little, natural stone tiles grouted in, or you'll have a bunch of cut grout lines in order to get an anti-slip finish. I love finding R11 tiles that match what we're doing so that you get a seamless flow into a shower.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
So anyway, same thing, we transfer in here. We have this big picture window. We have our niche over there. We come over here, so same layout, but now you're gonna see we coated all the walls in a very light 2x4 tile. We brought in the Calcutta Gold, but not the Luxe version, so it's not as strong as a pattern. And again, it creates the same backdrop as the other one.
And again, this is all porcelain, correct?
Yes.
Yep,
and then we come over here into a natural finish, a natural quartz.
Nice.
Yep, we have our wall-mounted faucets. In all of our powders and primaries, we get wall-mounted faucets. We have this large mirror, and then that stone is going to get brought in. That E stone is going to be put behind the mirror, as well as a Jerusalem stone over there for that mirror. So you'll have that backdrop again, bringing in the same materials that kind of tie into everything. So I think it's really cool.
You know, one of the things I wanted to touch on too while we were walking through here is the proximity to the park, because a lot of people always ask about like the amenities.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is you've got these natural amenities around the community, from the Lone Mountain Park across the street with pickleball and the horse training area, a dog park, all that stuff. And then of course, Lone Mountain for hiking.
Yeah, so Lone Mountain Park, one of 3 regional parks in all of Clark County, right? It's got 7 phases, only 3 are built. They just got funding to redo that dog park. They just added the pickleball courts. There's tons of tennis courts. It's gonna go all the way around Lone Mountain. They already have the 10-mile trail. They already have the equestrian trail. They already have equestrian facilities. Next, we get a water park, we get a skate park, we get a gym on the back side of Lone Mountain on the west side. We have so many.
Is that what they're doing around that side?
Yeah, we have so many. So as you go around the trail, you're going to have more and more usable features. So there's so many things they're bringing in. So that's why I say that is your neighbor. People don't understand, like you said, 1, the proximity, 2, the amount of features there. Okay, come out here, leave the ridges. Half the price per square foot. Your tennis, your pickleball courts, and all that are just right there.
I was going to say, I mean, that's closer than most.
Then walking from your house to the clubhouse.
Yeah,
it is.
Exactly.
And it's free.
Yeah, that's free.
And it's free. You don't have to pay for it with a $400, $600 a month HOA fee. Yeah, so same thing. This, they will always carry whatever we do, one fireplace to another. So we're bringing in the Mediterranean in here. We've got our E stone. We've got 4 different cuts of that, and then that even goes outside. And Darin, just so you guys know, what'll be different on these houses is I'm doing covered awnings over the barbecues.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have a floating lattice over the barbecues.
Oh,
with just
very nice.
2 big footings right and left, and it'll float right over.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So this is the one Tim and Alana were kind of digging.
Yeah.
You have all this privacy.
Here.
We're bringing in again. Yeah, watch that line, guys. So again, each house you'll see different stones. The other one had the white 1x1s. Here we have the black 1x1 tiles. And we're bringing in this a little bit more of a rockery wall. And again,
that's gonna be cool.
We're just gonna, as you see our landscaping, we're gonna go crazy on this backyard. And now we'll have that covered barbecue area over there. I think it's great.
I like how you built that up too, Chris, because especially with how high the wall is.
Yeah.
I think it helps balance that wall out quite a bit. Everyone loves this lot.
We're gonna have big trees coming in here. It's gonna be great. I'm even down to them, like on this house, I want black cameras, not white ones. It's all the details.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so not on this one, but on that back lot, lot 5, you're gonna have louvers in the front and the back. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, I think this is great how you did this, where it still allows the natural light in.
Absolutely.
But you're not getting that direct sunlight coming into the house.
Absolutely.
So,
secondaries are the same, but the differences here are the flooring, how we did our niches, countertops, and the stone. And then obviously the yard, and we do different pools, and we change everything up. So again, not one is the same. Even though, hey, we have two more modern plans, they need to see them both because they're totally different. Especially when they're staged and everything.
Yep.
This one plays a little more to the darker and the Calcutta gold vibe, and that one stays very light with the wood floor and the Mediterranean stone.
yep.
To me, it's really, really cool to compare this house. These are the same plans, and they are.
And you said
every
that
way
the
different.
Jerusalem will run on the outside of this as well, right?
No, that'll be Savannah Coffee from Arizona Tile.
Oh,
That'll be a brown tile.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Again,
okay.
tying in with all the browns and the natural tones.
Oh, that'll be
you'll
nice.
See, it'll create a great pop that's different than what we have there now. Too much Jerusalem, and I think it's overplayed.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that brown will give it a pop color, because I was trying to paint the lid and then I couldn't find out where to color block it. I'm not really into the massive color blocking that, I call it the old blue heron look, where everything was color blocked, gray, white, gray,
Yeah,
white.
yeah.
So I tried to figure it out. This one, I think we keep it clean and white, and we just let the tile and the accents do the work.
Yeah. No, I like this.
Yeah, so I think it'll be great. It'll be really lush down the middle, and even these where we kind of mix, they're still super lush.
That's one thing I've always found out interesting about building, is it's like as you start out, like honestly, man, this one is starting to become my favorite, just because I love the courtyard.
And you know what?
I love the interior finishes.
Okay.
I thought these would be my favorite just because of the backyard, but this one, as it's finishing, I really love the finishes on it.
And so I can tell you, as a builder, I'm learning now after every house. I go through a freak out stage. I call it the pimple phase of every house, where I'm like, man, I don't know if I made the right choice. Just the countertops come in, or just the flooring, and I start to question everything. And then always, once we get at the end, and I get what I'll come out here when the houses are finally done, and I'll spend a night just walking. I get the music playing, and I realize that they all came together.
Yeah.
It's so hard from start. You see framing, you're excited.
Yeah.
Basically, once drywall goes up, it goes through a phase until final finishes are in. And even mirrors going up in the secondaries make a huge difference.
Oh yeah, big time.
The faucets going in, but once it all comes together, it gets through that. So right now I tour these, and I'm thinking, lot 4 is really close, lot 5's coming together. I can't wait to see that final outcome,
Yeah.
that final landscape, because that's what sets it off. I mean, we plant more in our front yards than the average guys do in their front and back.
Oh yeah. And then it's nice because every time you pick up a little bit more in each one.
Yeah, I think
So-
it'll be great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's good.